Hello guys, just Lee again, and in this video I want to talk about what it was like for me growing up as a single child and about single children in general and what it's like, because it's not easy, okay? It's not an easy lifestyle. If anybody out there is a single child, I'm sure you understand this all too well. If you're not, then I'm going to try and explain what it's like, because being a single child has its good points, but it also has its bad points. And some of the bad points, I would say, are you grow up learning to kind of defend for yourself, so to speak, and that can lead to a lot of selfishness. And as you get older in life, you don't know any different other than being selfish. And when this happens, it causes a lot of karma in relationships and things like that, because they think you're selfish, but to you, you're just being normal. So they don't quite understand that dynamic. And you don't understand theirs either, because being a single child, you don't have any brothers or sisters you need to share things with, so everything's just your own, okay? And a lot of people say, oh, if you're a single child, you'll get spoilt or you'll get everything you want, but that's certainly not the case, especially in my case, because my mother didn't have very much money, and I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do a lot of the time, and it was very hard for me to watch all my friends who had brothers, sisters, and families, mother and fathers, because I didn't have a father figure either. It was very hard watching them go places with the family on a daily basis, like restaurants, holidays, days out, because I'd never got to do that. So I was constantly just in my house, bored, thinking, why don't I have a family? Why can't I go out places and enjoy the world? Now, that led to me, once I did get my freedom, led to me doing that and making up for it in my later life. So now I can't even stay in the house because I feel like I'm in a prison because of my childhood. So now I like to go out every day, which is a good thing because I'm doing what I love doing, but it's also a bad thing because other people don't understand you for that, okay? Say if you're in a relationship with someone and they want to kind of stay in the house, whether it's a friend, a girlfriend, a partner, whatever, and they want to just chill in the house, and you don't want to do that because you feel like you're in a prison. That's what happened to me. And being a single child and being quite selfish led to a lot of karma in my previous relationships, because it took us a lot of years to figure out how not to be selfish, because selfishness was all I knew. Like I just knew how to look after myself, because I had to be selfish being a child because I had no other option. And it took a lot of years to figure out how to kind of share things with people and not be so selfish. So that's one of the bad things about being a single child. Another hard thing about it is you find it very hard to relate to families, okay? So say you're with a friend or with your partner at Christmas and they've got the family there, you don't understand the family dynamic and they don't understand the single child dynamic. So you kind of feel like a little bit of a black sheep, and that can lead to people thinking you're a little bit weird sometimes. Not like there's a bit of a disconnect, which can be quite awkward. Even though like you try to like kind of understand what it's like to have a family, it's very hard to do that. It's very hard to fall within the family dynamic. Another thing I want to say about being a single child is you do grow up quite unique. It's quite a unique experience, and it does have its good points as well. For instance, when I go out places and I people watch, I like to watch families and how they interact with each other. And what I've noticed is there's the families that have two or more children are not usually as loving or as happy as the families I see with one child. And I think the reason for this is because when there's two or more children, there's a lot of conflict in the family, okay? The children fight, the children get envious of each other, jealous, and it kind of causes a lot of disruption, and the parents have to tend to this disruption quite a lot, which leads to a lot of stress, and that makes the two parents not get on as well, as I've noticed too, because they're very stressed. Whereas when I see families with one child, there's a lot more love involved, because the mother and father can still bond with each other, they can bond with the child. It's like a three-way thing, which I think is wonderful. And when I see that, it kind of makes us proud of people who just have one child, because it is quite a hard decision to make to do that, because a lot of people fear just having one child because they fear losing that one child. They've got like deep fears, and the fear when they get older they'll not have enough children around them to kind of look after them or to pass their money and things on to them. So having one child in this day and age is a very nice thing, I think. It's a nice thing to do. But that's some of my experiences being a single child. I'll never understand what it's like to have brothers and sisters, and people with brothers and sisters will never understand what it's like to be a single child. So yeah, but let us know your comments on that, guys. Are you a single child? If you are, how did you deal with the loneliness, the loss of connection? Because it can cause a lot of issues in your life. How do you deal with that? And if you're not a single child and you've got brothers or sisters, can you imagine what it's like to be a single child? And do you wish you were a single child? Are you happy with brothers and sisters? Let us know your opinions, guys, and thanks for listening to me today on this video. And I'll be back very soon with another video. Stay tuned, please like this and subscribe. Have a nice day.